Okay, guys. All right, we got the Broadcast Geeks here on left-hand right brain. We got Matt Orrin, Jake Becker, and Mitch Jones.
What up?
Yes.
Hello.
We got you guys on the couch. It was a nice. It's great to get you guys all together. You know, I do enjoy the podcast. I love listening.
You are our only listener.
No, we have a few.
I like to think I'm the best listener, though.
Yes.
Your favorite.
You are.
You're the
I bring
most
you guys together. This is basically my Comic-Con, but with the Broadcast Geeks.
oldest listener.
You're the only listener I interact with.
Oh, that's good.
What about
Yeah.
James? James Woodman.
You do most of the interaction.
I don't text him back.
He texts me. We tight. He told me not to watch Severin.
Yeah.
No, he told me that.
Yeah, see, that seems like an enemy of the show.
No, it doesn't.
not
He
a
told me
friend
that
of the show.
it's the only thing worth watching on Apple
Oh
TV.
God, fuck! The season
I
finale
don't
was so
know.
crazy.
I got a list here of shows that
Seen
are
it?
on
Mhm.
Apple TV that are pretty good.
You need
Yeah,
a
okay. So I
blowjob
think
singer.
I wanted to. Yeah, Mitch is going
Jesus
through a hard
Christ.
time. All right, we're gonna try and talk him off the
Hard
legend.
times. Hard times.
Hard times make.
Dusty Roads, the American Dream.
Make the best art.
Yeah, there you go. See, Mitch, there you go. Hard times make the best art.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear the opus that comes out of you next time I see you at Comedy Works. That's the dryer, but I'll get that out in
That's
post.
fine.
so.
I just thought it was something in here.
I thought it was a chopper.
Get to the
Get to the
chopper.
chopper.
Do your best, Arnold. We'll all do our Arnolds.
Yeah, you get to the chopper.
I don't have one off the top of my head.
All right, moving on.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
There you go.
Dylan, get down.
That's good.
Thank you. It's the best one.
You got one? I don't think I have an Arnold.
Hey, Sully, remember when I told you I'd kill you last? I lied.
That's the Running Man, right?
No, that
What's-
was would have been either Raw
Racer.
Deal or Commando.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Commando, long time. Maybe peak physique for Schwarzenegger, you think?
Commando's the one that had Ray Don
Well,
Chong, right?
I think so.
Peak. I don't know if it was peak. It was the peak of him looking human. Because in like Conan,
Superhuman.
he's fucking still
Well,
full.
he's bodybuilder. Yeah.
Like he's so big it doesn't make sense.
Scroll down.
Oh, sorry. I went to cast.
Yeah, Ray Don Chong,
Okay.
Tommy Chong's daughter.
Matt never forgets a dong he loves.
No, it's true.
Is that the lady that was doing stand up?
And Sully, David Patrick Kelly.
Chong's little.
He was in the
daughter?
Warriors.
Yeah.
I don't think she did stand up.
Exactly.
Ray Dong Chong?
No, she didn't
Are you
do
thinking of
stand-up.
Pryor's daughter?
Yes, I am.
He's thinking of Pryor's daughter because they look very similar.
Rain
Yeah,
Pryor.
yeah.
I'm an
Rain
idiot.
Pryor.
They also look similar.
Mm.
They have a very similar.
Skin
Face.
tone.
Yep. Good job.
Cut it out.
All right.
Cut
Well,
that out.
we've all
Cut
come
that.
together because on the last couple Geeks, which I am enjoying, and I hope you guys continue to do it forever. Geeks forever.
Oh yeah.
Geeks for life.
Geeks for life. We were talking about streaming services, and you guys are always talking about, you got to get this streaming service. Jake's always talking about the best shows. I mean, your finger is so on the pulse. Your eyes are so on the screen.
It's all I do is watch TV.
All he
it's
does.
all of my free time.
And then these two come around 3 years later. That's
yeah,
the bane
once,
of your
once it
existence.
gets bought and put on Netflix, then everybody's like, "Hey, have you heard about this?
You're like, I showed you this 8 years ago.
Pull up the tape."
Dude, I did see that. I mean, most of the recommendations that my wife and I watch, I get from you.
Fuck yeah, that's
on
awesome.
Broadcast Geeks.
Same.
Poker Face. I saw that's going to be coming back for season 2
Yeah,
on Peacock.
I just saw that second season announcement.
Because I thought it was
rules.
not gonna.
They
I thought it
s-
wasn't gonna make it, but
They announced they were gonna do a second season, but I thought it was just lost to the strikes and
Yeah,
COVID
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
yeah. So I thought we'd come together and talk about what we think might be the best streaming service. Now, we could do a bracket style, or we could just discuss which ones we think personally.
I know who's
I
in
do have
last.
a list of all these here.
I know who wins. Pornhub.com.
I don't see Shudder
Is that
up
a
there.
streaming
They
service?
don't work in a bunch of states I visit.
Well, see, and that's the thing I do think we need to kind of narrow it down. Is that what we're talking about, like live streaming cable?
No.
Is it like Tubi is but I mean, that's like, and I've been trying to do a little bit of research on all these ones because my big ones are like Apple, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix.
Tubi and
Sure.
Freevee
Peacock.
have surprisingly good original content. They just do maybe the worst job in entertainment of telling people about what they have.
I heard that while I was watching a video that another guy did, that he was saying that, well, since those are all ad based,
Yeah.
that they people,
Shy away from it.
I don't like it, but I mean, you don't even have to pay to get the app or anything. It's
No.
just like you could just turn it on and
Well,
start
and
streaming.
Freevee That's what it's called, right? That's part of Amazon.
Amazon owns it. Yeah.
So anything you watch on Freevee, you can watch on Amazon through their
as a freebie though, so they'll give you one episode without ads because you're a Prime subscriber, and then the rest of it you watch Freevee style.
So that's where the juror guy was, or the jury
jury duty was over there. The one, I don't know if it's Tubi or Freevee, but I want to say it's Freevee. The guy who did Raising Hope and My Name Is Earl, his new show's on there.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking fantastic. Like if it had been on network, people would be talking about it.
You were a big Earl fan? I have the first 3 seasons on DVD.
I fucking love My Name Is Earl. That show's so good.
Got so weird when he went into the coma though.
Yeah, well, people get more or less into Scientology as they become famous, and it makes writers have to work around things.
Damn, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Jason Lee's a
super Scientologist. Super Scientologist. That's part of why he's not in like ensemble things that we know him from anymore. Is he's not invited back because all he does is proselytize.
Although he's in a new show that I saw, well, I don't know if it's new, about a detective residence, I think it's called. It takes place in the White House.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. But I mean, like, none of the people he came up with
the residents
work with him anymore. Kind of Alvin and the Chipmunks was the beginning of his career without anybody he came up with.
Okay. Yeah, Alvin and Chipmunks was a weird move for a lot of people. David Cross as well,
Yeah. Cross likes money.
Well, but there's that, and there's also a certain point if people have kids that they want to be acknowledged and known for doing family-friendly stuff.
I was more saying, like, David Cross is willing to character act in almost everything.
Sure.
If there's going to be a check.
If there's a check, yeah, why not?
Whereas, like, Odenkirk seems to reserve, like, I don't know if that's really up my thing. David Cross is like, you need a clerk at the morgue and Men in Black? I'm there. Color me there.
To be fair, though, Odenkirk has gotten much more, like, stronger roles than David Cross. And
yeah, but part of that might be holding out.
Maybe.
Love it. Love the digressions. Mitch, you okay? You watching?
Yeah, I'm looking at
you watching episodes of Sonic on your phone right now, or something?
No, I was looking up some shows, and also I was like, some of these I don't even know what these are.
He's like, these don't all show American Dad.
They don't. And that is 100%
we can't count
true.
Pluto, though, can we?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do think we should just get down to like our top 10 at the most.
I think the streaming TV ones that are just like straight up like cable cutter apps. Who cares?
Yeah,
like AMC
they're all
Plus?
the same. They're just which one you prefer.
Now, there's a Venn diagram, though, with Hulu, because they do a bit of both, right?
Right, but it's more that they offer content, and then you can have the live. So does everybody except Disney. And I think Netflix even has live channels now.
The last thing because recently, right at the beginning of the year, my wife and I like cut almost all of our subscription services in an attempt to save some money.
Yeah.
We've gradually gotten them all back as the years got on.
Yeah,
but
there's too much
there's so much shit. But when I renewed the Hulu one, I was trying to get a Hulu Max Disney bundle that I saw.
Yep.
But I wanted to pay for it for the year. Because so my wife can be like, hey, maybe we should get rid of them.
Like, that's paid for the year.
Question. Can you get that without like commercials?
That's what I was trying to get. You couldn't do it. I couldn't get the year without. I think maybe they're working on it, but when I was trying to sign up for it, I called. I had to get to with a person.
Wow.
And they're like, "That's not. I don't know what you clicked, but that's not the right thing. You can't do it."
The commercial free. They have to be separate.
That's so fucking dumb.
That is dumb.
Well, their logic is that you're paying them enough to not sell ads. It's not that dumb. It's kind of what's killing TV is the fact that we all broke away from an ad-based payment. And now it's being paid for by us.
And so you're saying it's not dumb for them to...
No, it's the reason that like none of them have reported income ever. None of them are in the black. And like probably never will be. Because the way cable worked is or TV in general, the ads pay for the production.
Right.
And then the price that they charge us pays for the infrastructure. Whereas they're not getting their infrastructure.
Infrastructure is like the app, how the app works and getting it out, the production.
The broadcasting of it, the storage of it, all that shit is all the stuff that ads don't pay for. And when they figured out Hollywood in the 50s, they figured out an ad-based system where it wouldn't cost anybody money. And then when they offered cable, it was like, you can have all these additional channels, but there's not enough frequencies for us to put them in the air. So you have to pay for the infrastructure.
Oh, okay. For the
and
actual towers and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
all the lines for them to distribute tape on reels to every what do you call it, affiliate, so that they could broadcast it to their local area. Yeah, they're not doing that. So when it costs $30 million an episode to do Stranger Things, they literally have to recoup that $30 million an episode through subscribers, and then cover everything else they do, all the buyouts to get the material, all the infrastructure for the web services from Amazon so they can store all their stuff on servers that are big enough to not crash when people get on. But it's totally unsustainable. And that should have been one of the main points with the strike, but it's not, because the writers have historically never struck for what they actually need.
Yeah, that's something else that you brought up, is like, well, the strike sounded good on paper. I mean, you want people to be paid a fair wage for what they do.
Yep.
And then, I mean, I felt like you were going against the grain a little bit, because you were saying, like, go ahead and, maybe summarize it for the people a little bit.
And shows are already doing it now. Like Abbott Elementary announced last year before.
It's like the only reason I have Hulu at this point.
Before they picked up, they said, like, we're not doing 13 episode seasons anymore. We're going to go to a normal order, because now our whole crew gets paid for a full year of work, and all of our writers doubled their job, and all of our actors doubled their job, instead of trying to compete with this mini series.
Yeah, which I hate. That mini series is like,
it's all copying HBO, which has never made money.
Interesting.
So like Netflix's whole plan when they started was to kill everything, but there's no secondary plan. Like, they don't have an idea
of all the streaming services, you mean? Any other competition?
To kill all of
terrestrial TV.
Yeah. Gotcha. Like, so like when Amazon does it to a diaper company, they have a idea of what they're going to do after they ruin the market.
Absorb that diaper.
The streamers just ruin the market. Now every board for all of these streamers think it's a good idea because of public perception.
Yeah. Can you imagine Amazon logos all over little baby diapers, though?
He did.
It's coming.
He took like a $28 million
Amazon choice diaper.
He took a $28 million hit to put a diaper company out of business.
Well, when you're rich, huh?
See, it used to be illegal.
He's Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but we used to have laws against it because we had dealt with evil like that before.
Laws.
We did. We had antitrust laws.
No, I'm just laughing at the notion of having...
I know. But like, I think towards this, like, Roku has stuff, but they mostly bought out Quibi.
So I think we're talking, pros and cons of streaming services.
Right. Well,
now.
I'm trying to get it down to 10. So
Is
Quibi, Disney,
is
Hulu,
Quibi the
Netflix,
one that you had to watch vertically on your phone
until it got bought out by Roku?
The golden arm and whatnot.
So the top 6 for sure: Paramount,
Hulu because it has American Dad,
Max. That's in the top 6.
Paramount Plus, Max. I think Disney, obviously.
Peacock?
Yeah, Disney, Peacock, Hulu, Prime, Netflix, Apple.
Disney.
That's more than 6.
Peacock,
That's the top 6.
Peacock.
What about
Amazon.
Tubi? They had that. They had that. It's like the Grinch who stole bitches. Have you seen that?
No, but I know Tubi does like that whole aisle of Blockbuster now.
I want to watch this.
Yeah, Tubi's whole thing is like, do you miss getting bad movies at Blockbuster? We've got you covered. We have something a studio did on a weekend because the set was already built.
Yeah, I was listening to another guy ranking these videos, and he was saying, or the streaming services, and his whole thing was like, I want to feel like I'm going down the aisle of the Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And I think that's a category we could talk about. I would think backlogs, original content, go to specifically for a show, or to go to browse could be something we could, consider in the,
We're going to consider interface?
Interface, I do think, is a big one. I hated Amazon for a long time.
There's a good reason why I don't watch some of the...
Prime has the worst interface.
Yeah.
It does.
But again, they don't care because they get all the server money from literally every other one on the list.
Okay, so right now we got Paramount Plus, Max, Disney, Peacock, Amazon, Netflix. So we got four more spots.
We got 8. Right?
Hulu, yeah, Hulu needs to be on there. Hulu is 7 on my list here.
You have the top 6
or
we didn't
7.
Put so
Apple,
Disney, Hulu, Netflix, Apple, Prime, Peacock, Paramount, and Max. Those are 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I have 8. Yeah, I have 8 with Apple.
I don't know what the next 2 would be. I mean, I like Shudder, but that's very...
Shudder's the
very
horror movie. Yeah, it's very niche.
BritBox should be on there.
I haven't even heard of that one. What is that?
It's BBC's
player.
Oh, okay,
BritBox.
if you like British stuff.
I
Some people can't watch things because they're too British.
YouTube should totally be on there.
And then by that,
do
I
they
mean,
put out
Well,
I knew what you were
original
talking about.
content?
Well, they have YouTube TV now, so you could stream a bunch of networks, cable shows. But I don't like those ones as much. So I'm okay with leaving that on the list, off the list.
I mean,
But
you
I
could-
do think Amazon, or when we did our cleanse, beginning of the year cleanse of all our streaming services, YouTube was the only one I was like, we are keeping this.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay $30 a month for my wife and I to both have our own Prime like accounts.
Yeah. Well, and they have football now. They have the NFL Network
On YouTube?
Yeah.
I am like this fucking close to getting YouTube Plus, so I don't have to watch ads anymore.
I had to do it for publishing.
It's the best.
It's so nice using
It
YouTube.
is the best.
But I will say,
I don't use.
I use YouTube now more than I would like to because it's so easy to sit down and start plowing through fucking videos because there's no annoying ads or skipping or anything like that.
Yeah, you can watch Mr. Sunday movies. And
Yeah, but you'll burn through all that really quick when you get rid of the ads, and then you'll be watching like bad conspiracy videos.
Almost all the podcasts I watch on YouTube now are just because that's the app I'm on.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't really leave apps once you're
I
on
just
it.
don't
you know?
want to pay for YouTube. So when the commercials or ads come on, I just mute it and use it as time to get a drink, go to the bathroom, or talk to the people I'm watching with.
Yeah.
My kids.
Interesting.
Part of the problem with ads on YouTube is hardly ever is there an ad break. Like at least on Freevee and Tubi or ad supported on any of the others, you're hitting the fucking act break where they would have taken a commercial break.
Yeah.
At any other point. YouTube sucks because like the commercial would have just happened between when I said sucks and like.
mm-hmm.
And
the timing of it is
it's fucking
terrible.
It's hard on my brain when I'm watching it with commercials at like a friend's house. I
Yeah.
very quickly get like, "What the fuck are we? This makes me anxious. You can't just cut people off in the middle of a sentence and tell me about dick pills."
I think HBO Max does that too.
I don't know. I have ad free on everything.
I don't.
Pretty
Me
much.
too. But when roommate Dave, he
Yeah.
had ad supported Max, and it would do that in between.
That makes sense though, because HBO shows are made for no commercials.
That's true.
So I could see
Right.
if it probably depends on which content you're
It's
watching
on a timer.
HBO
They're
Max.
like every 23 minutes.
I bet if it's if it's HBO content on Max, I bet that's the case. But I bet if you're watching
Like
Cartoon Network or DC,
Batman the animated
yeah,
series. Yeah,
I bet they do better about programming it to because there's usually a black screen for 2 frames when
Right.
they're going to cut.
Right.
And I think they can just program the algorithm to look for those.
I've noticed they've also amped up the time on YouTube ads. Where it
through the
used to be
roof.
maybe 30, 40 seconds, and now I'm looking at 2.5 minutes.
So, dude, because of all the publishing and shit, I like pay attention to this. They're doing a thing now where if you're watching it and not skipping ads, like if you're muting them and not actively skipping them, they are progressively making your ad breaks longer and longer.
Oh.
So if you're laying on the couch like watching podcasts, they'll literally play a 90-minute infomercial if you've like let 12 commercials play and shit. And it's really upsetting people. And then yesterday they limited the homepage to 2 rows. They got it used to be like 18, I think, and now it's limited to 2.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah.
It might not be on your desktop, but if you use the app on any of your streaming services,
yeah.
so it'd just be 2 of those rows.
Crazy.
We have to skip all ads because I watch with my kids, and they don't have the
bandwidth.
They don't have the attention span to manage.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Club Shay Shay. You guys into that one at all?
I've watched a couple of episodes.
Yeah, the one with Damon Wayans was really good.
I did watch a little bit.
He's an interesting guy.
He is an interesting guy.
But
he was my favorite.
Everything he had to say about Jim was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked his SNL stuff, you know. And it's like he's like older and wiser. He's like, yeah, Lauren had to show me who was boss. I get it. Then I came back.
Damon was my favorite of the Wayans.
And he truly fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, he wanted to get fired. He was actively doing things to get off of SNL.
Ad-libbing. That's what got him fired.
Yeah. Because he's
making up lines.
What about Stars? Do they have enough original content?
No, they
Dexter.
don't.
That's it.
Stars is an HBO, or is
Offshoot?
that
Stars
Cinemax.
Stars is
Cinemax is an HBO one as well.
Is
yeah,
it?
Stars might not
No,
be.
Cinemax and HBO used to be their own entities.
They're not
yeah,
anymore.
but now they're combined.
Right.
yes.
And then Stars is owned by Viacom.
So that would be
It's all on Paramount. If you get the right level subscription, you get both.
Yeah. And then Paramount Network versus Paramount Plus. Fuck Paramount Network, dude. Put all the fucking Yellowstone shit on Paramount Plus immediately. That's my biggest gripe because I want to watch 1923.
I think CBS I think their toes got put on the line by the government and told like, hey, you want to keep getting tax breaks? Broadcast that shit for free or pay for all your own. Because all the broadcast networks get huge
CBS,
tax breaks.
ABC, NBC.
Huge tax breaks to just exist.
The big three.
Yeah. And Paramount is CBS.
Interesting.
So I think they got told by the government, like, hey, you either need to broadcast this shit you're making with your giant tax breaks or put it on the app. That's good and fine. Everybody else does that, but we'll gladly take our taxes next year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 more spots left. We have the top 8. Okay, do we want to film with the British one or any of these other ones, or do you think we should just stick with the top 8?
BritBox is worth knowing about, but we don't need to like debate it because I'm going to be the only person who knows anything about it.
Doctor Who,
Unless
big
you
Doctor Who fan.
Actually, Doctor Who moved to Disney.
Right, but that's where you would have saw it before, right?
I got into it for like British crime shows because
Slow Horses, baby.
Fucking good. Slow Horses is great. There's a new one with do you ever watch Peep Show?
I've seen episodes here and there. I've never watched
anybody know the 2 guys' names off the top of their head?
I can look it up.
Okay. The one dude has a new detective show that he's doing. David Mitchell. David Mitchell's new show is fucking awesome. And that's one of those things you just wouldn't know about unless Ludwig rules.
Ludwig?
And like, you'll never hear about it. No American's going to ever talk about it. We're never going to hear about it on a
until
podcast
America does a remake.
Yeah.
With Michael Scott.
Yeah. It'll be on Fox with Sweet D. And then everyone will be like, this is crazy. I wonder if they're going to keep going. Like, well, they bought 4 seasons of scripts, so I think they're going to keep going.
I think there's a trend right now in network television of there's like the what do they call like the like lazy facade or like genius kind of trope right now.
It's huge right
where
now.
It's like, yeah, they got the one with Sweet D where she's like a nanny or not a nanny, she's a cleaner.
She's a cleaner. Yep.
Also
high IQ or something like that. They got the illusionist or
alienist. No, that's a different
What the fuck is it? It's with the African American gentleman who played the dad on Flash that's in musicals that you love.
Oh, I didn't.
Law and Order.
Jeffrey Wright.
Joe.
Is it Jeffrey Wright?
No, it's not. Jeffrey Wright was in Westworld. And,
yeah. Different guy, but good.
No, you're the guy who played Joe on The Flash. What's his name? Jeez.
He's great, but his new The Irrational. His is very much that.
Yes.
There's the Doctor one with Spock. That's very much that.
Spock.
Yeah, what's the new Spock?
Oh, Zachary Quinto.
Quinto's got a new show that's very much that. The Irrational.
Jesse, what's his name? Jesse West? No,
Jesse West.
Something like Jesse's definitely in it.
Isn't that his name?
Jesse's his name. I don't know what the last name is. Martin. Jesse L. Martin.
Yeah.
That show's great, but you're not wrong. There's like 6 competitive shows about the like, I just live my life and I happen to be smarter than everyone.
Yeah.
It's kind of the psych model.
Yeah, but like...
we just started the Tracker.
Without the
one
humor.
of my kids did.
Tracker's really good.
Is it?
As far as like shitty network TV goes...
It's got the old Oliver Queen from Smallville.
Yeah. He's really good. Also, Oliver Queen's new show. I like it maybe better than the old one.
Stephen Amell?
Stephen Amell has a new show?
Stephen Amell's new on Suits LA on Peacock. They're about...
Suits? Like the lawyer?
Yeah. Because what happened with Suits is this is the... my origin story of telling people I love, hey, you should watch a TV show, and all of them going, what's it on? And me saying USA, and them going, hey. And then it went on Netflix, and literally everyone I've ever known is like, have you seen Suits? Like, yeah, all 9 years while it was on fucking TV, and I was begging everyone I knew to watch it with me, and no one did. I was the only person I knew.
If I was going to watch USA, I would have watched Monk.
See, this is so much better than Monk.
Monk is also good.
Monk is good. I love Monk.
Yeah, no, Monk's great. Mostly because he's great.
But Suits was so good. And then the new Suits with Steven as the lead is crazy. It's so fucking good. Josh McDermott is so unlikable, but in a likable way. I don't know that they could have cast anybody else in his role and it worked.
I know that, dude.
Wait, Harvey's still in Suits LA?
Harvey has a couple of cameos because Stephen Amell's character Ted worked in New York for years. So they're like, they were good friends when
Is
they
he
were
the
there.
guy that has that didactic memory or whatever it is where he...
No, that's his...
Oh, that's the other dude.
His
Okay.
underling, yeah.
That's
yeah.
Burn Notice.
No, in the original...
No, the original Suits, there was a guy who passed the bar but never went to law school, and he memorized the book.
Yeah, he didn't pass the bar
I've
either.
seen clips of
well,
that.
whatever it was.
He
but
lied and said he took the bar,
but he memorized.
and was working in a state where you can't do that. Because the whole premise of the show is like, this kid's so good at practicing law. He didn't take any of it, and he's just conning his way through his life. And then you look it up, and there's 13 states that don't require you to go to law school. As long as you can pass the bar, you're good to practice.
Nice.
Although I thought they changed that because I think in
3
real life, Alan Dershowitz was one of those.
I think 3 states took it away.
I think Mitch can do that. His next chapter of life. You should do that, Mitch.
Practice law.
I think it's still like Alaska, Montana.
Yeah, you can go to Alaska.
And then once you get a precedent of work and you've passed the bar, it's a lot easier to get your license in other states.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go, Mitch.
But the new one's just about him and Josh McDermott. We're about to do a big merger with another company, and at the last second, Josh and the lady who runs the company cut Stephen Amell out.
Well, what I was going to suggest is if we have the 8, rather than try to make it 10, we could whittle it down to 5 and then just come down with like a top 5 streaming service.
Sure.
But that's an idea.
I don't want to tell anybody to buy Max because I want David Zaslav to die in a fucking ditch.
Yeah, you're against him because he's killing all these shows you love,
The
or
Looney
taking them
Tunes
away.
specifically.
If my parents weren't alive and I had no one to disappoint, I would go kill him.
Luigi Mangione over here.
Yeah, so I wouldn't sneak up
But
on
for
him.
the road
He'd be
runner.
Waluigi,
I still want to see that Batwoman.
the
Yeah, I would see
Batgirl?
the
The
Batgirl.
Batgirl
Yeah.
movie they made.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's killing things for tax write-offs, right? So
Right.
for all
For
these things
insurance
you'd
write-offs, yeah.
want to see.
But Catch Up Entertainment just saved Coyote versus Acme.
But they way over fucking paid for it.
Who cares? We're gonna see it.
But Zaslav set it up to where they paid $50 million for the movie, and then they're gonna have to spend marketing budget and do all this shit. So he's gonna be able to turn around and go, look, it wasn't fucking profitable. I sold it for more than most of these movies make.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Because he had to sell it for enough money to give back the insurance write-off and justify it as a win. So Catch Up Entertainment like did us all a solid, but in like the chess that he's playing, it was a setup to be like, that's why I killed the 95 years of Looney Tunes cartoons. Look, it doesn't even make any fucking money. Yeah, he's an evil piece of shit. And now they're tearing down the Warner Brothers animation studios that have been there since 1923.
Because they need more backlot for Suits.
Meanwhile, some of the best things they ever put out came out of that.
How many
That
IPs
studio.
are still profitable after
Like an
100
animated
years?
Batman the animated series.
Yeah. If you want to bring that mic over just a little bit, so when your face is over that way,
Mickey's not profitable.
Yeah, or whatever you need to do, Mitch. I just just in the.
Like, they don't make any Mickey shows that turn money. They don't make anything with products.
The new
that are
Mickey stuff is weird. I don't like the animation on the new Mickey ones. Like when Christmas comes around, they put like a Mickey Mouse, Christmas one. I don't like the new animation that they went with the Mickey. I like the classic 90s. I mean, for me, that's.
I
want to
see that horror movie with
Winnie the Pooh.
Mickey.
Oh, they're doing a Mickey one.
Same guy.
I thought it was a Winnie the Pooh.
Same guy's
Steamboat
doing a Winnie
Willie.
the Pooh one now.
Steamboat Willie is in the
Public domain.
domain now, right?
Yeah.
So you can have Mickey without his gloves.
And day by day, different shorts are going into public domain.
That'd be funny. The gloves were off.
Yeah,
Because
gloves
like,
are
I
off,
think Steamboat Willie went into public domain like a year ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Disney had made several shorts in that year. All of those Mickey characterizations are now in public domain. Yeah, he's fucked. They're fucked.
Disney's fucked.
But, well, in the way that they finally got that ruling.
Stitch is gonna, make up all that money.
Yeah, it's just that
Good.
so much of their IP is now on the edge of not being theirs.
Well, but now Disney is also making that transition to more adult.
And they have to, because
They're alienating that younger.
that's the only
Interesting.
shit they own that's not at risk of being reverted, is Marvel,
Star Wars.
Fox, Star Wars.
What about the live action stuff? They own that, or is that like different because it's live action?
Oh, they own the live action movies, but like
The character Snow White's still in the public domain. The character Snow
right,
White.
and the precedent is now like, well, Winnie the Pooh's not yours. You bought movie rights, so we don't care that you've kept making things with it.
Right.
EEB. EB's character is going back to the public domain. So sure, with the exact eyebrows that you drew on it and the characterization you gave it, the stink you put on it is protected, but the character's not. So like the Little Mermaid's public domain, Snow White's public domain, almost every Pocahontas is public domain. Like they don't own shit anymore that'll like stand up legally. And they had so much power with the American courts previous to this shoot down for the Mickey Mouse thing that they operated it as if they owned things, even though they didn't, because they bought the rights. Disney would take you to court, tie you up till you couldn't afford it, and then operate as if they had ownership. And now they can't because courts just know, like, fucking throw this out. Fuck Disney.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. All right. So we're going to will it down to 5, you think? For
Are
the
you guys
streamings?
good with that?
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think.
Why is Max and HBO Max on this list?
Well, because
Yeah,
it's
it's just
just Google search.
Google. Yeah. It's not like the definitive list of streaming services or
Okay.
anything, but
I mean, this is gonna be tough.
I mean, we're gonna piss off a lot of weebs because we don't have Crunchyroll on there.
yeah, but that I wouldn't put that as a.
I don't even
Contender.
know who they are.
They
It's
own all
all
the
the
anime.
anime.
They have a lot of cartoons. and
Max
animation.
has Ghibli, Studio Ghibli.
Oh, you
Ghibli.
mean that AI thing?
Ghibli?
Yeah, but that's a little too.
Just kidding. Speaking of
That's a
pissing
little
off weebs.
too marketed for animation fans. They prefer a little bit more obscure.
Crunchyroll has a lot more cartoons about 12-year-old girls who meet an elderly man ghost and have weird adventures together.
Right.
Okay.
They may or may not turn sexual. It depends on the cartoon.
Then I'm okay with not, catering to them, Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Good.
you care
Fuck-
about them a lot.
no, fuck
apparently,
those
Andrew.
weebs.
Netflix is interesting because I think they've really transitioned into being a documentary company and a repository for shit that I know is good hiding on other networks that no one watches.
But their interface is decent.
it is.
The OG
And
that set the standard.
They have such a variety of content. Like if you only had one of these channels, one of these streamers that you can go on and just watch something
The
based on your mood,
browsability.
I would put Netflix in the top 2. I don't know 1 or 2, and I don't know who the other would be. I'm just saying, like, it's a good go-to for something I want to watch, and I'm not sure what that is.
Something for everybody. There's
my
cartoons.
top
there's-
2 for that situation would for sure be Paramount and Peacock.
Well, let's just narrow it down to what we want on this top 5. So we're everybody okay with Netflix being on this top 5?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got
Yes.
Monday Night Raw. You can
Apple.
watch wrestling on there. That's huge for me.
Apple TV needs to be
Alright.
on there.
I would agree.
Apple.
No, I would not.
You
put
what?
Apple.
You would put
No.
Apple? Why
They
not?
have one good show, and
How many of
Which
their
one?
shows have you watched?
just one.
Okay.
You ever
But
watched Ted
also,
Lasso?
So they're,
the
they're batting
second season,
1,000% on what you've
the
watched.
second season ruined everything Severance had going for it.
I'm
What?
sorry. We'll get you later.
Yeah,
Are you
Okay.
is that how you feel?
yeah, dude.
I haven't
fuck that
finished
last
second
episode,
I
man.
think you were walking around outside. I was telling Mitch that I think more than anyone I know, his enjoyment of something is affected by his mental state. So if Mitch is in a bad mood, everything he watches is trash.
That's fair.
He doesn't know if he should still like it.
True
He doesn't
story.
know why he's alive. But then if he gets like one hand job in a week, he's like, I actually like Marvel again. Turns out I'm still the guy I've always been.
No.
I like the things I like.
No.
And then he gets mad for a week and he's like, I don't like Severance anymore. The
So it's-
Gemstones is bad. And I think American Dad fell off.
No, I didn't say that.
I
I'm
do
glad
think
they just
American
got
Dad
picked
fell
up on 4 seasons for Fox.
God, I can't believe
They're
it.
going back to Fox.
I did see that. That's huge.
All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to add Disney
So
just
I like
because
to.
of the
We got
content.
3
Yeah.
against 1 for Apple TV. So
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah,
put
Apple
Apple
TV.
TV.
Mm,
on.
it's a democracy.
Definitely up there.
Mitch is also having fun. Disney Plus, for sure.
So that's 4.
Yeah.
Wait. What was the one before Disney? We said
Apple, Hulu, Netflix.
Hulu,
Yeah.
Netflix, Apple, Hulu is what I got on here.
Disney.
Disney.
So that's the 4.
And then
Oh
it
my
comes down
God.
to either Max or Paramount.
Dude, I want Prime. I want Prime to be on there, dude.
Go for it.
Dude, I think
I'm willing to
Prime-
drop. I'm actually thinking about dropping Prime.
I think Prime sucks.
You
but I'm
can't-
willing to hear about
We're
it.
doing it more to just drop Amazon.
okay.
But I'm actually very enmeshed in the Amazon world. I mean, I have a credit
Okay.
card
Let me.
with Prime. But
Yeah, I have a Prime credit card as well. That's why I was like, I can't get rid of it.
But their interface is terrible.
It
Their
is.
interface is
But let me name some of the shows they got. Incredible, Invincible, The
Yep.
Boys,
Yep.
Reacher, Jack Ryan, the Wheel
Rings
of Time,
Power,
Rings
The
of Power.
Expanse.
Come on,
I'm still The Boys. I think is the best.
The
thing
Boys
on
is
that
awesome.
on that
Yes,
channel.
I
mean, like Rings of Power.
I do. I
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
be
attack
Middle
it, I'm
Earth.
just
I want to
curious
be.
'cause so many people hate it.
They do. They don't like black.
Well, we're
people.
a big Middle Earth.
Yeah, we're big.
Yeah,
Middle
but
Earth
like
horse and sword guys.
Colbert doesn't like it, and he makes the two of you look like infants who just saw their first.
Hey,
would
I've
agree.
also met the
poster.
Tolkien professor. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not Colbert level, but I'm
He's
I'm
scary.
in his wake.
He's
I'm
like-
in his wake.
I think you can give him a page and he can recite it.
Sure, yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be crazy. But I mean, I do love Tolkien. I want to be in Middle Earth. I enjoy the show. I also like Wheel of Time. I do think I would love to talk to you more about Wheel of Time.
I wish I would have liked that more. That one, I think I was pulling a Mitch. I think I was in a bad mood.
I haven't watched
Didn't
the
give
show
it its
because
just.
I struggled with the books.
I've
Like
been
I
trying
read the
to-
first
I've been
5
trying to get
books or
you-
so,
yeah.
and then I couldn't do it anymore.
Well, they're condensing it like 5 seasons, so
So
get
yeah,
through the
let's
slug.
have 5 be Prime. If it was gonna be for me, I'd choose
You choose
Well,
Prime over Max?
Max is
Paramount
also
or Peacock. No, Max has the shows that I'm already hooked on. I can't say they've introduced anything to me in years that.
Prime also has Batman Cape Crusader, and I love that show.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking.
You know
great.
what? But I'm going to fight for Max on this. Right?
Yeah, I do think
Succession,
Max
I
has
never,
a big.
I didn't
there's
really
a
watch, but a lot of people did.
Gemstone. So many
Barry,
good comedies.
Game of
Yeah,
Thrones,
comedies.
Entourage.
Peacemaker, Doom
Entourage.
Patrol.
Peacemaker and Doom Patrol was DC's, but Peacemaker is Max's. Everything else was HBO's before
Oh my
Max's
goodness.
started.
What if we get rid of Hulu and put Max on there?
It has American. Well, I guess you can watch American Dad on Disney Plus now, so I don't really give a fuck.
That's because it's Hulu.
Yeah. Hulu, Disney Plus, kind of the same thing. So should we merge those?
Hulu has every good network show.
But the one thing Hulu doesn't have that some of these others have is just reliance on new content. Does Hulu have a lot of?
They had The Great. They have a couple OGs, but they're not. That's not the strong. The Handmaid's Tale.
I think
that one blew up.
I think they've won more awards with original content than
They've won
anybody
a
else
lot.
in like
Really?
the last 5 years. Yeah, they have Only Murders in the Building.
All right, that-
The Bear.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fair enough. The Bear
They
is-
have,
Well, The Bear is FX, but FX is
it's FX Hulu.
Hulu. Oh, okay. I thought that was.
It's FX. Hulu pays for production.
But also,
Same with like Netflix Marvel shit used to be. Like it was a Marvel TV, but
I
Netflix
think
was footing the
I
bill.
would be okay with merging Hulu and Netflix, huh? No,
Hulu and
So-
Disney.
yeah, sorry, Hulu and Disney.
Yeah, Hulu and Disney are
'Cause
really
they're
one thing.
Almost interchangeable now.
Yeah, you-
especially with the app. Everything that you can find on
It's all
Max
interchangeable
is,
except like murder documentaries.
yeah, because
So
they don't want
far,
the kids
that'll change.
stumbling upon it.
Yeah. They
All
already already started the change over on Disney with the Daredevil shit.
Right.
Or they had the adult agreement pop up on everybody's screen
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, we can
also,
merge the two.
Max
Okay,
has
merging
live. You can
the
watch
Disney
basketball
and Hulu.
and baseball and like if
No
you
one's
give a
talking
fuck,
about that shit. Okay.
they are. Yeah.
I like Max. I watch shit on there. It's just everything I watch I was already watching before the streamer existed.
Mhm.
And I very much want everybody that works there burn in hell.
Okay. Well, it's good to have strong feelings.
Well, before coming here, I put together just the list of shows on some streamers, and it's the 6 that we're talking about right
Okay.
now. So I think that's a good list.
Yeah. So right now we got Netflix, Apple TV, Max, Hulu/Disney, and Prime.
Right, and Apple TV has to be at the bottom of that
Are you
list.
okay
Well,
with
we're-
Paramount?
You need to watch more things.
Dude,
I'm not gonna cancel my Apple until Severance comes back.
I know, but this reeks of a third grader who knows he
Did you
doesn't
ever
like
watch Ted
avocados, but he's
Lasso?
never had
Yeah,
avocados.
I don't want to watch
Dude,
the third
Silo,
season.
so
though.
good.
Ted Lasso, I didn't like as
The
much. as
studio's
everybody.
been pretty good. Shrinking.
Shrinking's
Come on.
fucking amazing.
Shrinking's great. I never watched the studio. I want to see
Studio
that.
just
I heard
started.
it's good.
It's pretty
I
good.
heard it's
Yeah,
good.
I hear it's real
supposed to be
good.
very funny.
I haven't watched Silo either, and that looks fun.
Silo's cool. I didn't have the bandwidth to commit to it when I tried
liked it. I
Somebody
started
told
listening
me
to the books
try
after it.
recently. Might have been when we hung out.
Maybe, yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah, because I think the last time we recorded was when the latest season
Yeah.
was showing.
And I went home and watched one and was like, this is good. And then forgot to go back and rewatch it. But they've got the fucking Wolves Ruled. Dope Thief is fucking crazy. Mythic Quest rocks.
Mythic Quest. Slow
Prime
Horses.
Target was
Slow
actually-
Horses, I hear is real good.
Prime Target was really good. Bad Monkey might be my favorite fucking mystery I've seen
Really?
in the
That
last
one I
10
fell
years.
off on. I couldn't get.
Oh, the
I
payoffs are
I'll
great.
try it again.
I also like the writer. I like his
Okay.
shitty books. For All Mankind didn't get me. I tried.
I really wanted to watch that Foundation series. Did anyone here check
Mallory
it out?
likes it. My wife, she
Yeah,
likes it.
I love the books.
Presumed Innocent was a fucking emotional wreck.
The Leslie Nielsen
Oh
movie?
yeah, no,
Jake
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
It is fucking heavy. Blackbird? Oh my God, Blackbird was good.
And then they got a lot of movies.
Fly Me to the Moon was great.
Luck
Ghosted
was
was
cute.
good. Family Plan was good.
Argyle was fun.
The Instigators was hilarious. Tetris is one of maybe my favorite movies of 2023.
Oh really? Oh, I could see that.
It's just it's so interesting.
Yeah,
That character was such a maniac.
I could see that.
I can see how there's nothing here for Mitch. He's like, I don't want to see
Dog, I've never even
the
heard
history
of
of
this.
black banking. I don't want that.
Seth MacFarlane doesn't have a show on this.
Yeah.
Are you guys from the Bernstein universe or the Berenstein universe?
This got Snoopy though.
What's
they do have
the-
rights to Snoopy shit.
What's the astronaut one? That one was really good.
Invasion?
No, it was about. I watched the first season like when Apple TV came out.
Silo.
For All
No.
Mankind?
It might be For All Mankind.
It was more than
Yeah, I
that.
think this just has the top couple. But yeah, they got a lot of stuff, and I do think everything they've made, I don't think they miss. I mean, like that
I
Kate
agree.
Blanchett show that was also very good.
I dug it.
I liked it too.
Bad Sisters was crazy.
Yeah. So Apple TV definitely in the mix. All right,
I
Mitch.
don't know of any other streamer that has this hit rate ever.
Yes, exactly.
Not even close.
Dude, and they probably would have won an Oscar with this Will Smith one if he hadn't done the Slapgate.
I almost would bet money they would have won an Oscar with that if he hadn't.
Because that's what
done
they were
that.
going for. I mean, they won Coda. Coda won Best Movie, didn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it might also won Best Actress.
Maybe.
Didn't the girl win?
I don't know about Best Actress now.
Was she nominated? But yeah, I think Apple TV Plus is now like what HBO was 30 years
Best
ago.
Picture, Best Supporting Actor, Best
Yeah, okay.
Adapted Screenplay.
Oh, it was maybe the mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're putting out an amount of good product, even if it's maybe not your taste, that no one else can keep up with. And it comes back to what we were talking to earlier. Everyone else is operating without a pit of money. Apple's the only people in this whole game that are like, okay,
Oh, go back down
watch us dig into our bag of
and
cash.
then click on 22 under winners on the right. On the very, 2022. There it is.
Coda.
Troy Coates.
Troy Coates.
Oh, the dad.
Okay. Yeah, for Coda.
But yeah, I think they're unfuckwithable as far as,
I mean, yeah, they got some great content.
and they leave everybody alone. Slow Horses has made 5 seasons in fucking 3.5 years because they're just like, here's your money, have fun.
I've always wondered how they get the preview for the next season on the tail end, because they've done so many.
They're just working.
That's
I
crazy.
watched the guy from Slow Horses talk about it, and he was like, if this continues to be successful, I'll never quit because this is the best working environment I've ever been in.
Have you watched the show?
The
Oh, I
River,
love
River
Slow
or
Horses.
the
I don't.
Slow Horses.
I don't think I've watched.
I watched it on his recommendation. It's
I've
very
had
good.
multiple people recommend it. I just
The last season, I don't think I finished. I think I got 2 or 3 left because I'd like caught all the way up, and then something else I was waiting for.
I think you wanted to
premiered.
binge it. I think we were talking about. You're saying you wanted to.
It
let
does-
build up to binge.
It plays better as a binge watch because
Interesting.
it's so nuanced and the
a
details
lot of things going
are
on.
so exciting, but not in a Severance way, but in a way where you're like, ah, fuck, what's that old bitch gonna do to him? I
Okay,
need
tell
to
us
see
how
the
in
next
depth
one.
American Dad is. Go ahead, fight for it, Mitch.
What? It's great. It's hilarious. It's the best
Well,
show
we just
ever.
made our argument for Apple TV. Now go ahead and try and get Hulu on there.
Hulu's on there. I don't need to do anything.
Well, we're in it. We're in the debate. We're whittling down now. We're hacking.
American
at,
Dad rules.
Yeah.
American Dad is
I
It's
never
the
liked
best Seth
it.
MacFarlane
definitely
show.
the best Seth
Oh.
MacFarlane show.
I don't know. I fell off
All right,
Family
there
Guy
we
and
go.
never got into it.
The trick to
Matt
American
Groening
Dad
guy.
is
Through and through.
Seth gave it away after the 3rd season.
Oh, okay. So
He
you got to get through the first 3
He
seasons.
admits that. That's not even like me talking shit out of turn. He has said on multiple interviews, like, oh, I'm glad you like it that much. 2 guys I love very much run that show, and I gave it to them. I just show up and do the voices.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
But
he's
it's
got
linear.
his hands in so much.
It builds on itself in a way that the other ones he does don't. I think there's like
It's
a
more
lot.
of a serial.
Yeah, there's a lot more heart in it. I'd say Family Guy very much became an interstitial delivery device, and American Dad is character driven. Yeah,
They really opened it up when they just allowed Roger to be
whatever
whoever.
the fuck they need.
Just whatever they need.
Roger's the alien.
Mhm.
Yeah, Paul Lind. They're doing a Paul Lind,
The old actor.
Okay.
the uncle from Bewitched.
Okay.
It's weird that you don't want Paramount Plus on this because they have Beavis and Butthead.
I want Paramount on there, but I don't think it would be a
Peacock
strong argument
also
against the
out?
others. Peacock,
No Office, no.
Peacock, I
Ted.
think, is quietly on the come up for making a lot of the best Peacock material. Like
Can I go to it and see what's on it?
That showed Laid, Ted. That show Laid is fucking great. Ted is fucking amazing. LA Suits is really good. They've had a couple other really good ones.
Poker Face.
Yeah, Poker Face. Trying to think of their other originals because they've had some real hitters.
SNL. I do like to watch SNL on those.
What's the one with
3.
the snake hunting with Chris and
Craig Robinson.
St. Dennis, I watched an episode.
Yeah, St. Dennis is pretty good.
I started watching that one with Craig Robinson, but I don't like snakes, so I ain't gonna watch that.
The snakes aren't in it very much.
Yes, they are, and I don't like it.
They're really not.
They got WWE stuff.
In it at the beginning.
Night
I
Court.
also don't like snakes, so that's why I'm telling you, like, the snakes become limited after the first.
Ooh, they got the
big
Harry
snake
Potters
thing.
on there.
Boo, boo, Harry Potter, horse and sword bullshit. Boo.
Bel Air was pretty good. Wolf Like Me was really good.
Just add.
Killing It was the Craig Robinson show I was trying to think of.
All right, so they got Yellowstone.
Paul T. Goldman was amazing.
Chicago.
So they're top
Hey,
5.
I remember you talking about that on Broadcast Geeks a couple years ago.
Yeah. Pitch Perfect's fucking show with Flula and Adam in Berlin was really funny. That show Laid, everybody should watch.
I tried. We watched the first 3 episodes. She's just like too unlikable. I didn't like the main character.
Who is she?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the point. Like, I agree with you. She is very unlikable. But once the ending of that's like maybe the maddest I've been at the ending of something I thought was stupid, where I was like, I was watching this to pass time, and now I desperately want to see the next season. And then just went and watched the French version.
Yeah, so the
Wait, go up.
Their originals.
Oh, is that like a Milli Vanilli documentary?
It's their new movie. It's not even a documentary. It's a drama.
Shut the front
Dude,
door.
Peacock cranks out shit. It's just
Peacock's
very
doing
much
a lot
not.
of stuff. A lot of good stuff.
It's not A grade shit, but it's B plus.
I mean, it's got all like the bingeable sitcoms. You know, Parks and Rec, The Office,
Three's Company.
Three's Company. They got. Trying to find like.
That's why I was
originals.
saying I'd pick Peacock and Paramount when you were saying I'd pick Netflix if I could just have like one because of the catalog. Their catalogs are so much bigger than everyone's because they have everything they've never been willing to sell
like
off.
NBC stuff.
Yeah, they have every NBC show.
Right.
I mean, it's got all the Law and Orders. It's got all the the crime dramas. It looks
All
like,
The
you know?
Office, all of Will Smith's show, all of is Golden
New
Girls? No,
Girl.
Golden Girls is on Hulu. 'cause
Law
it
and
was-
Order, The Voice,
babies.
SNL, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Can you
I mean,
watch
these are all
every
good.
episode of SNL ever?
I think you can go back to season 1.
There's 3 episodes missing. You can't watch the Steven Seagal one.
Why?
Because it was terrible.
It's a really not good episode.
As long as they got the Conan one, I'm good.
There's the Conan one.
Good.
There's a couple other ones missing. There's the one missing with Hulk and
Hulk Hogan or Lou Ferrigno?
no, Hulk and another wrestler like
They got
hosted
50
together.
seasons right here.
All the
baby.
seasons are there. I just know there's 3 missing episodes.
I tried to watch one with Martin Lawrence a long time ago, and you couldn't see most of it.
Yeah. It was cut down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Language or just it was bad.
A lot of it is content.
Mm.
There's several sketches I know have been edited out of the Peacock one. Like you'd be hard pressed to find a sketch with somebody in blackface. And I own the DVDs, and I just want you to know
Ooh.
it's not hard to find a sketch with somebody in blackface. It's actually extremely easy.
Just
But
put on the movie Soul.
what's his name? Just one for the Brutalist. Adrian Brody in blackface with dreads going, "It's all Irie during his monologue. I think that's gone.
What the fuck? That was the monologue?
Ooh, Valerie Bertinelli.
Valerie Bertinelli.
Ooh, John Goodman.
Ooh, Heather Locklear.
Emilio Estevez looking like Jeff Foxworthy.
He really does.
He
If
does.
you, if you put a mustache
Without the
on him,
mustache,
that
he
is the
does.
headshot they use for Jeff Foxworthy on everything.
Put a mustache on that picture of
might
Emilio
be a
Estevez.
You might be a redneck.
Okay, yeah. Peacock, great. Maybe honorable mention, or is there anything?
I mean, if you want to put an argument to bump something down,
I mean, it's
I can get on board.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could do like a ranking in like a top 5.
I can't think of anything Max has done since Zaslav got hired.
Max?
It's Harley Quinn. Well, that was originally DC.
All right, you know what? Yeah, I'm okay with that argument.
White Lotus was right on the edge, but I almost guarantee that paperwork got done before Zaslav got there.
Yeah, that was a last minute COVID put on show, right? They're like, we just need scripts that are done.
Well, something needs to be filmed that we can film with 12 people.
Yeah.
All of my Max consumption is older content.
Yeah, mine too.
So yeah, that's fine. We could bump it.
Bump it for Peacock or Prime, or are we just getting rid of it altogether?
We're just bumping it.
We're bumping it. Max is out. Oh my goodness!
Out of the top 5.
Did not see that coming.
Well, I mean, we all rely on it as a repository of.
Yeah, I mean, I think Horse and Sword,
Warner Brothers stuff that we want to watch.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
That's how I do it. I mean, I want to watch Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn also very fun, very fun.
If I'm in the mood to watch a DC animated universe movie, I'll go check and see if they have the one I want there before I rent it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got Netflix, Apple TV, Disney, Hulu, Prime. I think either Disney, Hulu. Disney's the weakest on here.
Disney's probably the weakest because
I mean, but all the OG content. I mean, the Star Wars, Marvel shit. I mean, I loved Hawkeye.
DuckTales.
DuckTales.
I loved Hawkeye. I love DuckTales more than I like Life.
Actually, yeah, all of the Marvel. I know you're down on Marvel currently, but all their TV shows have been pretty great.
Yeah.
Even Echo I
liked Echo a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I think that's when I started falling off. It was like right when the Sam Jackson one came out. I was like, I can't keep watching.
I liked Secret Agent. That's fair. To have the feeling of I can't keep up with all of these.
Yeah, that's definitely
is different than the feeling of they're doing me wrong.
No, I knew that was going to happen. If you go back, I posited the question a couple years ago on our podcast. It was like, how much is too much for the average consumer? And at the time, I thought I was better than the average consumer, but turns out I'm fucking not.
Yeah, I think I've never been worried about it just because it's like, well, they put out 25 issues a week. And that's never been.
And the comics industry is fledgling right now.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about comics anymore.
That's because all the fans are like, I just want to see RDJ, and all these girl superheroes are gay.
I want you to know that I am pleased that I have students that still read comic books.
Yeah.
Good.
And they look forward to them. So
I think comic sales are still the highest they've been since the dip in 1991. I think it's been on a steady comeback.
Oh, there's some good content on there.
But Will Trent's Hulu, Blackish's Hulu.
Go back. Yeah, that High Potential was what you were talking about with Sweet D.
God, I love Will
Trent. The Mandalorian, Only Murders. Oh, that's Hulu.
Everything we've mentioned so far except The Mandalorian is Hulu.
Goosebumps. I didn't watch this season. You guys?
I haven't seen it. I thought it was a new movie.
Bluey. Of course.
Season.
How could you?
Is it? Nice.
Yeah, episodes. Bam.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited for this when it came because I was a Disney kid. You know, I watched Disney over like Nickelodeon and all that jazz. So it was a big one for me to get the whole catalog. I remember watching like the first night it came out or something. I watched like fucking Sleeping Beauty or whatever, and just see it be like.
We started that Good American Family. I didn't. My family did. That's a little weird for me.
I don't like seeing Mark Duplass in serious roles.
Right.
It bums me out. I just want to watch him be the dickhead on the League.
Yeah. Or he's actually made a couple of movies called Creep, like horror movies with his brother that are really good.
Somebody forced me to watch, and part of one of those was probably Cave On.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving.
Around the holidays, I mean, all the good Christmas stuff I want to watch is all on Disney, you know?
I don't find myself going back to like the classic animated movies like I would think I would.
It's a comforting thing.
Where you don't have any children, so
Beauty
you're not
and the
going
Beast,
back to watch.
That might be that's my favorite Disney movie, I think.
The new one?
Definitely the animated
the cartoon was my favorite of the cartoons, but the live action one is
probably the best of the live action.
I think it's better, possibly than the cartoon. But I would agree with your statement.
Yeah, I think that's the best of the live actions.
They better enjoy it.
X-Men
97. X-Men 97, yeah.
No, the things they do make, I love so much. But the repository, like, who the fuck cares about David Blaine's new thing?
Yeah,
I smoke all the weed. I've never been high enough to care what he's doing in his 50s.
Yeah, because you're more of a Chris Angel mind freaker.
That's right. I like freaking, baby.
You like Enora, Mitch?
What?
It won, right?
Could you? Yeah,
I
one
know.
best.
I don't see all movies that win Oscars are bullshit. They never give Oscars to the ones that deserve it, like the good movies.
All right.
That does historically hold up.
That's what I'm saying.
They
like,
almost always give it to the
They
wrong
always
movie.
give it to the fucking things that nobody's seen.
My favorite Musketeer movie.
I do love
Kiefer
this.
Sutherland.
That
movie.
is the best one.
Oh,
With
this
Chris
is the one with
O'Donnell.
Oliver Platt.
Mhm.
We were all in a very sweet spot when this came out, though.
Yeah.
We were all 7, 8-year-old boys like, yeah, swashbuckling.
Yeah, it's like Robin from Batman Forever.
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, I dug it.
That's right.
It's D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan.
All right, so Disney, Hulu, or Apple TV. Which one are we keeping?
Apple TV.
Wait, I thought we had 5.
We have 4 now because we got rid of Max.
We got rid of Max.
I guess
thought
I'm
we were
kind of
doing a
putting these
top-
together, but I mean, I'm just kind of throwing these. We could do Disney plus Netflix or against Netflix right now.
Netflix
And
is
try
a
and
weird
knock one out.
Because like I was saying earlier, I think Netflix really has turned into like a...
Or should we go to Netflix and decide which one we think?
Yeah.
Disney or Netflix?
Because Netflix is like, they mostly produce documentaries now.
Yeah, but Umbrella Academy.
Right.
Fell off so
Hoops.
hard in that last season.
I think they did pretty good based on the source material.
I would agree. I would also say, though, that my argument's always been that shows just go a little too long.
Well, that
Comedy?
one, I thought they were finishing the book. So I
Cobra
think they did
Kai,
good.
baby.
But also, what's his name?
Squid Game.
What's his name? Knew he was writing the last book and tried to make it like difficultly obtuse for the writers of the TV show to have to deal with. Like that was a
Kirkman?
No, Gerard Way. He like went out of his way to write that last
Yeah,
book.
it's a weird move.
in a psychedelic hotel in space that
You can watch Craven on Netflix.
it's a lot of that. That's what I was gonna say. They're buying a lot of the shit that nobody watches and then hoping that it'll stick to the wall.
They also do a lot
Like
of comedy.
AP Bio, that was a great Peacock show that I tried to get everyone to watch,
Yeah.
and it failed on Peacock.
4 seasons.
Yep.
What the fuck?
It was
when did
4
that
years
happen?
of me trying. But it failed on there, and then Netflix buys it and
Brooklyn
hopes
Nine-Nine
that
was
it does
also
okay.
a Hulu, wasn't it?
It's
Peacock. It's also on
Oh.
Peacock.
It
I don't
still
know
is,
why they're doing
because it's
but they only have
popular
4
enough that you
seasons.
can license it out to people while still retaining the rights. But Suits isn't. USA couldn't retain the rights and broadcast it on the Discovery Channel and then also have it be on Peacock. They had to sell it.
Suits was on the Discovery Channel?
It was on USA, which is Discovery.
Got a Jurassic Park cartoon I gotta watch here.
It's supposed to be
I
pretty
mean,
Yeah,
Netflix,
Cretaceous.
Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, Queen's Gambit,
Hoops.
Umbrella Academy, Squid Games.
I really liked Hoops, but it's so crass, and I don't think
I
it's
like-
ever going to see a
I
second
like
season.
Great British Baking Show.
Detroiters. They buy all the shit that like should have
Also-
done really well.
Also comedies. They
Where's
have a lot of comedy
Detroiters?
specials on there.
Yeah,
so does
documentaries.
Hulu.
A lot of comedy.
There's a
Hulu's
new Bill Burr is a Hulu exclusive.
Hulu's
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to go to war. Hulu signed
But Netflix blew up Bill Burr. I mean, that's how
true.
he became the Bill Burr we know today.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle, yeah.
I mean, he was.
That's how
That's
I know
not
Bill
what.
Burr.
Yeah, okay, maybe introduced to him, but he didn't blow up until he got these Netflix specials.
Right, but they were
And then
willing to like
F is for
sign a
Family.
deal with him because
Based
of
on
he was
his
on
performances
Chappelle Show.
there.
And Blue Eyed Samurai, very good.
Yeah, very good.
Warrior, very good.
Hulu bought 24-hour-long
Warrior.
specials for a
Very
year.
good.
And they're paying people appropriately.
They got Adam and Ben's new stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Ben Roy, Adam King Hall.
I believe just Adams. I think they just
No,
No,
Ben's is on there.
Ben's on Hulu.
they're broadcasting it. They didn't buy it.
Mm.
They made Adams' new one.
Mm.
So like that's why
Oh.
Adam shot 2 in 8 months.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah. This is not owned by them. This is something that they're. See how Roy Wood says Hulu down in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
It's because they own that one.
Hilarious.
They can't take it away from him, or he can't take it away from them. Or Chris DiStefano, Hulu. Alana's is Hulu. Jim's new one's Hulu.
Yeah.
But Mike's isn't.
Well, there
because
was-
Mike's is also just a special they're showing.
Yeah, I think I saw a commercial with Jim Gaffigan, Bill Burr,
Bill Burr.
and
So
there
it's-
was one other comic.
I'm not discounting.
Yeah.
It's great that Ben
No,
got
I'm
on
down.
there. It's just that he's not. He didn't get a contract with Hulu. The people that owned his special got a contract with
Ooh,
Hulu.
Home Improvement on Netflix. Interesting.
I heard his new show just got canceled.
The one on Disney?
I
No,
don't
the
know.
one with Kat Dennings.
It makes me
Yeah,
nervous
that's
when he
on
gets
Disney. Oh, yeah.
when he gets a TV show because it'll fuck up car prices, and I don't like it.
That's for a different episode.
Because his new one is
Brooklyn
about
Nine-Nine
cars,
ruined
right?
Corvairs for about 7 years. You couldn't get a Corvair for the price it should cost because every idiot that watches TV was like, Holt's car's kind of cool.
Interesting. It's a different
Batman ruined
podcast.
Corvettes.
Yeah. The Good Place, also very good.
That was very good. That's NBC.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that Netflix is still has enough pull that they're getting seasons that other people would own.
Yeah, Blacklist, NBC, Yellow Jackets, Stars.
So I like the new The Last Airbender live action. I thought was pretty decent.
That was pretty cool.
So if we're going Netflix versus Disney, we're keeping Netflix. Although I don't go to Netflix very often, to be honest. This is a personal
I go to
thing.
Netflix more than I go to Disney.
I only go to Netflix to watch like a specific thing that I know is going to be on Netflix. I almost never go there to scroll anymore.
I watch Netflix every Monday for Monday Night Raw.
I do watch John Mulaney on there every Wednesday.
But couldn't you also watch Peacock? Don't they have WWE
They have
shit?
like the pay-per-views and stuff.
Okay.
Or the
So it's
premium
different.
live events. They don't call them pay-per-views anymore because porn started calling it pay-per-view. And but no, they have the broadcast rights to Monday Night Raw.
Okay, we gotta
that's
whittle it down. So what about
Shane
Netflix versus
special.
Apple TV then?
Apple wins for sure.
Oh God.
The only thing that I've been excited about to watch on Netflix like ahead of time in 2 or 3 years has been Tires. And that's just because a bunch of people I know are involved.
Season 2.
All right,
Glow is pretty good.
Glow is good.
Glow happened when I lived in Denver. That was 5 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was a good show.
I know, but it's half a decade. I don't know what that does for him today.
Okay.
Johnny Carson was also really good, but he doesn't help Peacock.
What if we go Prime versus Disney Plus then to start whittling some of this stuff down?
I mean, Disney Plus.
I think Disney Plus beats Prime.
Wow, over Prime.
I would agree. Again, that
Well,
interface.
you couldn't
is
watch
so
the bullet,
bad.
so the interface is a big part of it.
For me, it is.
I'd rather watch only the Daredevil series from Disney than have access to all of Prime.
What?
Yeah.
The
Rings
Boys?
of Power, baby.
Did you watch the new one? You don't like Invincible. I forgot.
Daredevil's so much better
You're
than the
such
Boys.
a
got
curmudgeon
Tombstone.
against Invincible.
Me?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
do you hate Invincible?
Well, I just hate, like you were saying, with all the detective shows or network shows right now are unfounded geniuses. I also don't like that they have to make all of the superhero thing after one good one comes out. Like, this is all about guys who take it a little too far. Like, okay, I get it.
Where else can you find Hercules, the legendary journeys?
Freevee.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
probably.
pretty sure on Freevee.
Trash.
Yeah. I love that
I'm getting
Sorbo
back
kept
into
reading the stage.
Emotion!
Disappointed!
I like Greek mythology, so they're coming out with the Odyssey one. I mean, I think it's
That
coming back
looks
around. Greek
cool.
mythology shit.
Damon went and did
Damon Wayans?
Matt Damon,
Okay,
the star
man.
of the movie.
Damon.
Sorry, I only heard Damon,
The
so I was
star
like,
of the movie we're talking about.
Spider-Man's going to be in it.
Oh, he bulked up for Odyssey.
He
right?
bulked up and he grew out his fucking beard.
Yeah.
And he's
Does it look good?
did a bunch of things with the beard on.
Looks good.
It looks, yeah.
I like Matt Damon.
How's Peter Parker going to fit in there, huh?
He's gonna be like,
he's
oh,
gonna
it's
be
me,
son of-
Tom
yeah,
Holland,
son-
isn't it? Waka waka. That's what he sounds like in real life. It fucks me up.
It's like, I'm sober.
It's me, Zendaya.
Okay, well, I mean, I love Prime. I'm Prime, but okay, so you guys
I'm
want
with
to
you,
keep
JD. I think Prime over
I
Disney.
mean, Prime's got some. Okay, so we got a
Well,
got
but
a
we're saying
split.
Disney Hulu, right? We're not
yeah,
just
it's
saying
Disney Hulu versus, which are kind of the same thing. We're saying
I would
you know,
put Disney Hulu
over Prime.
over Prime.
Yeah, I watch Abbott Elementary every week. I can't remember
Abbott's
the
so
last
good.
time I opened
Abbott
Prime
is good.
to like watch something I needed
You didn't
to
like
see.
Reacher? It seems like something you did.
don't like
Reacher's
the
fine. The
fucking
newest
boys,
season
Mike.
of Reacher sucked.
I liked it. I've been listening to the books.
Yeah, the
because of-
writing just got
What?
a lot
All
more.
right.
I like him though. I like him.
You
a lot
like
better.
mindless sitcom stuff. You're saying
Cruise.
the writing's not good on Reacher?
No, I'm saying that Reacher was like excellent for 2 seasons and then very iffy for a
Okay,
third season.
alright.
As far as everybody acted well, the writing got a lot worse.
What about Disney getting rid of Willow, the series, just for write-offs, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a massive fucking failure.
There was just some
It's 'cause they
episodes that
didn't-
like sucked. I
Yeah.
mean, they had some good ideas and stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll watch a second season, but like,
Nobody was show running it correctly.
Yeah, it was
didn't have
kinda-
any pacing.
They didn't have no Val Kilmer in it.
yeah.
Couldn't talk.
And it won't anymore.
Nope. Poor old Val.
Okay, so we're getting rid of Prime then, huh?
Yeah.
Prime's out? Okay, Prime's out.
Yeah.
Damn, I would have said that was my favorite.
The Outside.
That's my favorite.
What's the one with Stephen Merchant and
Yeah, it's called like Outlaws or something
that's
like
the
that.
last thing that Prime put
Oh,
up
that was
that I
a
was
fun
like.
But that's like a BBC show.
It was 3. No, it was Prime.
Oh, I thought it was like a BBC one
No,
that
they
they
were
just
all
started
American,
airing.
weren't they?
No, it was with the British Acting Union. The only American is Walking.
Oh,
It
Prime.
was Channel
Did
4.
Prime make that one with Zachary Levi where he's like teaches the
3 Ninjas, guys.
I don't know.
That is
Wait,
definitely available.
Which
other
one with
places.
Zachary?
The one where he's like he teaches the kid to not be autistic.
No, that went to theaters. They might have picked it up.
You think they could teach that out of somebody?
No, that's what the whole premise of that fucking movie is. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying that Zachary Levi's taken some wild swings and deserves all the failure he's getting.
Yeah, Zachary Levi is living in a world where he has a
Shazam.
12-year-old boy's eyes and a 40-year-old man's face, and I think he's getting what he
And a
can.
70-year-old mentality.
He's got the creepiest fucking face for somebody who's not had Joan Rivers amounts of work done.
Interesting.
That we know of.
All right, what about Disney versus Apple then?
I think Apple wins because, like we said, the hit rate.
I think the hit rate's good. I do like the interface. It's so easy to rent movies off there. I do find myself going to Apple quite a bit.
I like that the Apple TV interface will let me associate all my other fucking apps to it, and they'll show me what's new every day at the top of Apple.
That.
They'll show you their competitor shit that's airing that day.
What are you talking? You use an app?
Yeah, I have Apple TV, and it'll you can use the Apple.
So when you use Apple TV, not on an Apple.
Well, I don't
TV,
have any Apple products.
That's why I said not on an Apple TV. It shows me that's my Peacock show that's up next, my BBC, new John Oliver. I got a new Tracker. I got a new Dentist.
That's nice because then they
it is like
they
a
know what
one-stop.
they got and they don't care about other
Wouldn't
places.
that in and of itself be Apple itself admitting that they're not as good as their competitors?
No, it's the
I
exact
think that's
opposite.
saying go wherever you want. We'll see you at 8 p.m. tonight when we release
we'll see
Severance
you-
because
yeah.
our dick's the biggest, the sweetest, and covered in chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
So we know you're coming to be suckling pig.
Yeah, they do that.
No,
yeah,
that's-
dude.
That's
Look,
some BDE
I don't know.
right there.
I don't know about that, dog.
I
know
Oh,
about
I
that.
admit it.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
It's them admitting look, we can put all yours at the top of the page and we're still gonna win every award.
I don't know. I think they fucked themselves with that ending to Severance.
You haven't watched it?
Yes, I have.
I thought you said I didn't finish
No,
it.
I said I finished
Oh,
it,
I
and
didn't finish
I'm
it.
finished with.
He said he didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it.
Oh, so we can't talk about it?
You can do whatever.
What did
What
you
didn't
like about the
it?
fucking
Yeah, I was
ending
gonna
of
say,
Severance?
that's like
Mark fucked everything up. Mark S. He deserves to die.
the innie.
The innie.
But no, but the show. Why don't you like the show anymore?
Oh, dude, what the fuck? I hate Lumen. What is it? Why do they have a full ass marching band?
Okay, I understand that you're watching the show with us. I want you to tell me why you don't like the show.
Oh, because it had everything going for it, and they were just like, let's fuck the whole season up.
How?
There's a whole
The
meme
goat
now
milker. What was
of
it? I don't know.
wives getting mad at their husband, which is exactly what my wife did when I was like, oh, I get why he left his wife out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Matt. This is a big
You're
one.
good.
But yeah. So Mark S basically picks Helly.
Is it Helly?
But his wife is like,
it is Helly.
No, it's Helena.
Helly's already confirmed in an
Helly.
interview, and so has Ben. Fucking.
I'm sorry, I don't read all the interviews, Jay.
No, I just watch them.
but there are all these reels of wives getting mad at their husbands
Yeah.
because they're like, you would have picked Helly instead of your wife, wouldn't you? And you're like, I get it. I guess I don't know.
Also, what the fuck?
It's very fun.
I know it's the point of the show to explain what's happening.
Would you have picked Helly or would you have gone with your wife?
I don't know.
Your Audi's wife, I guess.
You're innie.
I
Well,
would've-
I wasn't mad at Mark.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
mad
get
at
it.
Helly.
He doesn't know the other
Helly's a fucking whore. Why the
Ooh,
fuck would you do
Helly.
that? Yeah, why would you bring him
Helly
back?
wants to be happy too.
They already had the conversation, and then now they're running in to be persecuted. They can't get out. They won't be friends with each other if they get out.
Well, they want to
Also,
die together.
I know, but
Lumen-
that was the move where her job was to shove him through that fucking door because only one of them's getting out,
And Lumen.
and she can't be killed. She owns the fucking company, and she knows that intellectually. So
Interesting.
her bringing him back, her allowing him to come back is the least loving thing.
I think there's definitely a sex. Remember how I was always like, I think they're fucking them down there. They're doing sex things. I think that James Egan is gonna fuck Helly.
I don't think he's gonna fuck his daughter.
He might. It's not his daughter if she's severed or whatever.
They've already told us
There's-
Jamie Egan's just getting everything that moves pregnant in his cult facility.
Everything that moves. His daughter doesn't move.
No, but I don't think he's going in there being watched by employees
You
that
have
aren't
the
severed to fuck his daughter.
You have the fire of Kier in you.
And now you'll have his dick.
And he wants that fire.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, I don't agree with it, but I think that's where it's fucking going. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think she's pregnant with Mark's kid and that she's supposed to go to his revolving, so that wouldn't be getting her.
How's she pregnant?
Because Mark fucked her twice with no rubber.
What? They had sex twice.
When? This is why you don't like the show, buddy.
No, I do like the show. I saw
they had sex on the camping trip?
They didn't explicitly say he gave her the gagoosh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you think Mark S is pulling out?
But see, like when you're solving a mystery you're watching, those would be good things where they did leave the door open, whereas Helly running down the hallway and becoming Helena doesn't make any sense, either in the story, how they would do it, practicality, execution. So, like, that's not a thing to worry about. But knowing that she's probably pregnant after she had sex twice with this guy unprotected in there, and that's like her whole emotional fucking growth is dealing with the fact that she doesn't have anybody outside and is in love with this guy inside, and he's the enemy now. Like, that is the setup.
But I guess maybe I'm too fucking stupid to watch this shit. No, maybe I'm just too stupid.
Come at it hateful. You're like, this is bad. I don't want to think about it.
It is. Why do they? I don't understand why they have build the numbers and the numbers fucking build the experience and the experience. Why do they want to torture her so much? I know that's the point of the fucking show, but like,
yeah, they're gonna tell us.
I'm not coming back for season 3 of Severance.
I am.
Anyway, that was my tangent of why Apple TV should be eliminated.
I can't wait till they introduce the new Iron Man.
Fine.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear Mitch be like, this. Who do you think
it's going
to
be? It's fucked.
Who's it going to be?
I don't know, but it won't be RDJ.
I'm back. New suit, same task.
He's too old.
Yeah, so we're crossing Off Disney Plus.
Wow.
/ Hulu. So now it's Apple and Netflix. Both have had some bangers. I mean,
but
Netflix is the juggernaut. I mean, it's the OG. It's the big one.
I think for me, because with my kids and me, Netflix is probably more of where it's at.
Yeah. It's got cartoons. It's got like shit from other networks. I mean, it's like gravitational pull is so strong. It can pull 4 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine off of Peacock.
What I haven't tried yet is going on to Apple and catering it to the age specification.
I was just going to say, to your point, Apple's done a really bad job with kids' entertainment. They have some things and they're good.
Like the Snoopy stuff.
They bought all the Snoopy shit. They bought a couple of Fraggle Rock things, and they're all good.
I love Fraggle Rock.
It's just very limited.
Because I can go on Netflix and know that my daughters are going to go into their profile and they're going to get stuff that's relatively age appropriate. Like
Sonic
I let them
Prime.
watch other things, but I know that they're going to be able to watch stuff that is fine, assuming they don't go on my profile.
Did you guys watch Hoops?
Yes.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I did not.
No.
God. That might be the best cartoon. It's not Seth MacFarlane in the last 10 years.
But why aren't you more staunchly supporting Paramount Plus because of your Ninja Turtles love?
Because I don't think their whole thing is great. I think Paramount Plus has like a couple of contracts I really like, and that overall it's not the best. Their best thing is the shows I watch on network, and then the Turtle show is also not perfect or great.
The new one?
No.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
I think Netflix's variety alone.
Yeah, Netflix has got
what carries.
They're hitting a lot of categories.
JD said they have the fucking business poll, and the fact that they are the main one worldwide.
Yeah.
That Peacock will share Brooklyn. They'll share all these different things.
Right, just to get it out there more.
Yeah.
Does Netflix pay them for that?
Did you guys see the thumbnail for Martha and this this one on Vince McMahon? They kind of are doing the same face.
No.
Netflix, my favorite thing about Netflix in the recent years is when they had The Punisher, the 2004 I think I shared it in the Broadcast Geeks chat, but the thumbnail for The Punisher 2004 was a picture of John Travolta and his wife, and it looks like they're in a loving embrace, but it's literally the scene where he's about to throw her off the bridge onto the train tracks.
Yes, you did share that.
That's very fun.
All right, then I guess Netflix takes it, huh?
Damn.
Netflix is the ultimate.
It is a bummer.
Streaming service.
It's just
the streaming screw
checks
job.
It checks off more boxes for more people.
I mean, yeah, it's got OG content you want to watch.
Yeah, but
it's
even
cranking
like,
out good stuff
on the home screen we're on right now.
Yeah.
Today's top picks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
or like right here. This is better. There's 3 things they made.
Which the Residents,
the 3 on the
Adolescents,
and Running Point, and then they bought Schultz's thing.
All right.
They air the greatest breaking show.
I think this is a new one. Actually, this is the one they made for him.
It's the one that they got. Yeah, but it got canceled. The film. I know all.
No, this is his new one. This is the one where he's talking about his problems with IVF and shit.
Right, and the reason it didn't come out 5 months ago is they canceled his taping and then had to get more money and get a different theater because he had Trump on. And there's a lot of drama around that.
Okay, but what else?
John Mulaney's theirs. Electric State they bought. Bargatze's they bought. I don't count.
They didn't make this? I thought this was a Russo brothers joint.
It is.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other one. Fuck, they have another new action movie.
I heard that wasn't too good either.
And it's the most expensive movie ever made.
Maybe? With Thor?
Really?
$320 million to make The Electric State.
Jesus. I heard it wasn't very good.
It's terrible.
Have any of us seen it?
No.
I heard it was bad. So
Beautiful, wonderful movie.
Cobra Kai, there's Moe's, theirs. It's hard for me to count the stand-up because they buy those after the hour.
What about that Love on the Spectrum?
Love on the Spectrum is a reality
People
thing.
love it, but it's
that kid rules.
Augie?
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to watch this shit because it's like they're so emotional, they're so raw. I'm just like, it's too awkward for me. But my wife is saying they're getting a lot of shit because people are like, look at them acting like real people. Like, have you seen? I guess that's like a.
I just get my news from Chubby Behemoth.
I'm just saying that it's.
Oh, we do call him Augie.
It's good that they have a lot of variety.
Yeah, variety is what you're saying. Yeah.
They had hit that kid meet Jack Black the other night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so adorable.
Oh,
Man Inside.
Man Inside was pretty good.
I've never seen Squid Game.
Yeah, it seemed like torture porn. I didn't want to do it.
Squid Game was great.
It is.
But you know what else is
great?
It's a horror
thing. Matt likes horror.
If you like competition shows, they made a Squid Games competition show. Nobody really dies in it.
Mr. Beast?
No. It's called like Squid Games competition.
The game. Yeah.
Mr. Beast does have something on.
Yeah,
Netflix,
he's on
I think.
Prime.
Oh, Prime. Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
And it's had a lot of hot water around
Black Guy Samurai or Blue Eyed Samurai.
That was good.
Black Guy Samurai.
I'd rather see the first one.
Well, you didn't like Blue Eyed Samurai?
No, I just like the idea of watching Black Guy Samurai.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
that sounds fun. Black Eyes.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I was gonna say
Stranger Things.
Black
The
Guy
Gentleman.
Samurai.
No.
Yeah,
I also thought you said that.
Afro Samurai.
Tires is there. They're bringing Black Mirror back.
Yeah, Black Mirror is another
new season
good one.
coming soon. It says.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 7 seasons in 15 years. Not everybody's Larry David. You can't just do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Larry David.
I'm excited for him to announce he's going to do another season.
Is he gonna? You think?
This is like the 3rd time he's killed the show.
Yeah, but
with the same amount of fanfare.
The other getting older.
I mean, if people continue to watch it,
I guess that's true.
Dating
he's got a lot of good material he can do these days.
Detroiters, I think, is one of the most underrated things in the history of TV.
I tried it. Not, I wasn't.
Oh fuck!
Did you see his new movie coming out?
Yeah, with Rudd.
Yeah,
Paul Rudd.
It's called like Pals or
something like
Buds,
that.
Buddies, yeah.
Buddies. Maybe?
Oh no.
Yeah, something like that. It looks kind of.
It looks crazy.
No, what was the one where they like work for like a renting like a furniture company? And it's like Eastsiders.
Yeah, Eastsiders.
Okay, yeah, sorry. That's what I thought we were saying, Detroiters. I tried Eastsiders.
Those both came out at the same time on Comedy Central. Comedy Central was definitely trying to get a new demographic.
Got it.
Midwest, blue collar, more ethnic. Like they were reaching. And then they just canceled them both after, I think it was 1 year of Eastsiders. And Detroiters was on its 2nd season. And the Detroiters they'll never get it back because everybody involved is so successful now that it would be problematic for money. But that was one of the biggest fuck ups in the last 20 years on TV's part.
What was the show? Did it come out on Netflix? Was After Party?
After Party is Apple TV.
Was it?
It is.
Yeah. All right. There's a good argument for Apple TV.
Yes,
there is a good argument.
Anything Ben Schwartz is in, I'm in.
That's fair.
I'm game to play.
What about This Fool? That was Hulu.
Oh,
yeah, that was.
And Southside.
That was.
I don't think that was Hulu because I didn't have it at the time.
Southside was HBO.
This is the show I was talking about.
That's what we're trying to think of calling it Eastsiders. It's Southside.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is the show I was talking about. This was on Max. This
was on
Comedy
Max Central and then Max.
That show was a trip.
This one
great.
I couldn't get past. She was funny. I couldn't get past like the first season.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh God,
I loved it. It made me laugh.
I love everybody in it.
The Sultan Salahuddin, whatever his name is, Salahuddin.
All right. Well, I guess if you guys wanted to put this out on the Geeks, is there anything you guys want to tackle for your? This is kind of a detour for Left Hand Right Brain a little bit, but I love the Geeks, so I wanted to.
So what did we say? Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix
and
is
then
Netflix
Apple?
one.
Netflix is the winner, then Apple, then
Apple.
Disney, Hulu.
But I'll give you that on any given week that could swap.
Yeah, but I think the argument for why Netflix is at the top is solid. They get content from everybody else because they're the most used. They're the biggest market. Everybody goes there.
So should we kind of eliminate them because we know they're going to be at the top spot based on historical performance? And
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, the only thing Netflix doesn't have from the competitors is Apple TV.
What do you mean? Like Apple doesn't give them any of their content?
No, they have product from literally everybody else's lineup, and they don't have any Apple
Well, no
TV.
Prime either. I think the ones that don't have to play ball like that because they don't need the money.
I think there's Prime shows on there.
I don't recall, but I'm not as learned in the Netflix algorithm as.
I think there is old Prime shit on there.
I haven't
think
seen,
so.
I don't know.
No Invincible, no Boys.
Do a search.
No, well, they don't have any of the big ones from like Peacock either, but they have Suits. Like,
What would I?
I'm trying to think.
Search
Just
for
Google
Amazon Prime shows on Netflix. I guess. Because I thought I saw something on Netflix that had a little Amazon logo on the bottom right. But I could be wrong.
A DVD box set of The Crown.
Yeah, I think since Apple and Prime get their shows are not
available on Netflix.
Yeah. Some Prime shows are not available on Netflix. Yeah, because I think since Apple and Prime, they don't get their money from the services stuff, that they don't have to play ball in that way.
Right.
They can afford to not have to do
All their Korean content.
Korean content?
Yeah, so they're buying Korean shit from Amazon.
People love K-pop.
Yeah, they do.
Crash Landing on You, Husband.
Yeah, Netflix is just one of those. It's just good to go to, easy.
They got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Even though none of it's maybe the best.
Cobra Kai, very good.
Yeah.
Did you watch the ending?
I didn't. And I didn't because, again, it gets to a point of diminished returns for me. After too many seasons, I'm over.
Interesting.
I have to get out.
So like the Netflix model is built for you. 3 seasons and done.
I like 3 seasons and done. I don't think Ted Lasso should do a 4th season, even
No.
though I think it's one of the best shows I've ever watched. I don't think it needs a 4th season.
I don't know that it needed the 3rd season.
I thought there were parts of the 3rd season that were really good. And I think they could not have ended it on 2 because one of the things they did really well on that show is callbacks.
Yeah.
And that last episode did a ton of callbacks from the first 2 episodes.
That's fair.
And I like that. I think that's a good closure. And I think they ended it fine. I'll watch a 4th season, but I'm not like super stoked about it.
No.
I love that Mumford & Sons theme song. I listen to that quite a bit. I find myself going to it.
We watched it every time. We never skipped the intro.
The intro, yeah, it's so good. You don't like the Mumford & Sons? Not your vibe?
No, I do.
Okay.
I like the word Mumford.
Yeah.
But I think that's a testament to many shows that if you like DuckTales, I never skip the intro.
Hell yeah, dude.
My brain's fucked. I skip the intro after I've seen it like once or twice, unless I'm suspicious that
you didn't watch
change.
the Severance one every time?
No, and I watched
Actually, we skipped that.
I watched it like
Oh,
twice,
interesting.
and then when I figured out that it wasn't going to like slightly change it all the season, I was like,
That's what
fuck
Game of Thrones
this.
does.
Yeah.
The House of the Dragon, they change it every.
Yeah, or
every
Bob's
episode.
Burgers, they change the sight gags.
X-Men 97.
Yeah, it's a little different every time. That gets me in.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, taking the time. I know
Thanks
it's
for having
getting
us.
a little hot in this room. Okay, guys. Yeah, sorry. You gotta get the fan going
Like
in here.
literally.
What would
I am getting.
should we? I'm curious though what everybody thinks the top IP is on each of these top 5. Because if we were to rank the top show from each, it wouldn't follow the same order. I'm guessing.
Netflix has got to be Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, but I mean, the last Stranger Things came out.
2-3
2-3
years ago.
years ago.
Yeah,
I can't wait until they all come back
This
and
is
they
like
all
pandemic.
have 5:00 chat. Hey, I'm a 5th grader.
a gin blossom on
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
So we'd say Stranger Things is
Probably.
That's probably Netflix's
flagship show.
Best IP.
American Dad, Hulu, obviously.
No.
What about now for Max?
I don't have a strong argument against
for
it.
Max though. Are we gonna say like current stuff or just because what was
White Lotus is probably their biggest one right now. You think?
It's either that or Gemstones is their biggest thing right now.
I think White Lotus
right
is
now
White Lotus
infused in the culture a little bit more.
What about like Succession? I didn't.
Oh, Succession,
I didn't
but that's
love
over
it,
right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it was never their big swinger like the other.
It won a
ones.
lot of awards, didn't it?
Yeah, but so did Treme.
Hacks was very good.
I mean, historically, it would have been either Sopranos or like Game of Thrones, but
yeah.
Currently, you'd say White Lotus.
Yeah, White Lotus is their big thing right now.
What about Apple?
Severance.
Well, Ted. I mean, people always point to Ted as like perfect show, so good.
Severance is like broken.
Over Shrinking.
Yeah.
God, that's so good though.
Yeah.
Shrinking's so fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Shrinking's very fun.
All right, I was curious.
The door opened. Your hat tricked me.
Yeah, Disney Prime right now. Well,
know.
Prime. I mean, Rings of Power has not gone out of the zeitgeist. People,
Didn't it get canceled?
no,
They're still going?
yeah, still going.
The Boys, The Expanse had a lot of
The Boys is good.
fanfare, but The Boys is
Boys,
probably my
yeah, you're
favorite
probably
thing.
right. Gen V was also very good.
Yeah.
But I mean, just for biggest IP, Reacher's very popular right now. But I'm also in that.
Yeah.
I'm in that algorithm.
Reacher might get
love
watched
that
by
guy.
more people just because of
Dad
its
porn.
broad appeal.
Isn't Reacher, what's
his
it,
name?
Tom
Alan?
Clancy?
No, it's his name's Lee Child.
Alan Ritchson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He better be Batman.
Yeah, I think he's too old at this point.
I don't think he is.
Oh no, okay, all right. Well, I mean that makes
Did
me
you
happy
guys
because
see
I
what
like it.
they announced on Friday?
No.
No.
No more Batman 2.
What?
They canceled the Matt Reeves film.
No effing way.
David Zaslav? Zaslav canceled it.
This motherfucker.
All right, we're gonna go full Baco.
I went and
on
saw
this.
that with Matt. That
I'm
was a fun time.
Wait, can you bring this up, JD?
Oh, what?
Matt
Yeah.
Reeves Batman canceled.
Batman 2.
That's terrible. What?
Reeves?
Because he'll get to not spend that $20 million in a quarter and then act like it was something he earned when he turns around to show it to everybody.
No, Matt Reeves' Brad
It's
sequel.
not
Batman First,
canceled,
not
but it's been
canceled.
delayed.
Oh, okay. They announced that it was cancellation.
This
'Cause it's
is
supposed to come out.
James Gunn eagerly awaiting his script. All right. All right.
I can't wait
When
to
was
see.
that? When was that posted? I guess.
no. This is the
It's AI.
Google AI
yeah.
answer. So I don't know.
Yeah, we're burning down part of the rainforest to Google this.
4 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4 months ago? I think there was an announcement on Friday.
I want to see that new Superman movie. Did you guys watch the sneak peek of it?
I have not,
Oh, it looks good.
but the trailer alone looked good. Plus, you know what? I'm excited for anything James Gunn does. Let's just be.
I'm more excited for
But-
DC stuff right now, which is weird for me to
Well,
say that.
that
Because
Superman
of
It was
James
right there on
Gunn.
Instagram. Go down.
On Insta.
Reportedly 5 days ago, they canceled.
Oh
Yep.
no, Blu-ray Angel. That's who we're source deadline.
Deadline. Yeah, I was going to say.
What the freak?
All right,
Yeah.
that makes sense right there towards a more interconnected DCU under James Gunn. But James Gunn said it wasn't going to be an issue, so I don't know why they couldn't do it.
Because it's Zaslav. Yeah. It's Zaslav just not spending money.
Somebody needs to go Luigi on him.
Bro,
No one's putting the bat signal up for you.
I'm ready.
We want you to be here. We want you
I don't want my mom to have to visit me in prison.
That's 2 Bat properties. What does he have against Batman?
I don't know. What does he have against goddamn
He's
Looney
probably
Tunes?
like a Bill Finger fan or something.
No, he would be a Bob Kane fan, right?
No, because Bob Cade's the one who gets all the
No,
notoriety.
Russian's 42
for-
years old. You don't think that's too old to play Batman?
Depends on
No.
which Batman.
Let's look up how old Batmans have historically been. How old was Clooney?
He started being Batman when he was
How old
23.
was,
How old is Batman?
well, even Ben Affleck
Affleck was playing old man.
Clooney?
playing old Batman.
Clooney's had gray. He's like a Steve Martin. He's had gray hair since he was
He was
20.
36.
36? Okay.
Okay.
Jesus, he was my age.
Same with Keaton. He was early 30s,
I knew
mid 30s.
Keaton was younger. I thought Clooney might be a little older because he already looked like an old man to me when I was a kid.
It wasn't in. Yeah.
Mm,
You got to take Aunt Robin out
oh,
of
right,
there.
man. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Sorry, Mitch. 73.
Well, wait. It came out in 89, so he was 38.
Yep.
Wow, way to go, bud.
Way to go, math
he was
guy.
older than Clooney.
Cloontang.
For all the Cloontang Clooney has pulled in his life, he really didn't age as gracefully as I'd been led to believe.
Wow, Jack is 87?
He was young. Yeah.
35 for Val Kilmer when he played Batman.
We got to look up.
No one else has played Batman.
Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and Robert Battenbat.
Christian Bale was 31 in Batman Begins.
That makes me feel better about his bad acting decisions.
What about Affleck?
Well, but that's Batman Begins. So that's saying that Batman became Batman early 30s.
He was 34 in 2008.
The Batman that's going to be in the new DCU will probably just be an established Batman. They're not going to do an origin.
We got to see the pearls fall.
They said it was going to be established and that he'd already have a Robin.
Oh, so then he's at least 8 years in.
He's into it, yeah. He exists.
So he could be 40.
He could totally be.
Yeah, he could be 40, 42.
Late 30s, early 40s during
Well, because he was probably, 39 to 43 while they were filming?
Mm-hmm.
It was Batman vs. Superman was his first Batman.
First one, yeah.
42 years old. So, yeah.
How old is Pattinson?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. He'd have to play Alan Rickson or whatever his name is, would have to be an older Batman.
I think it'll be slightly younger or less jaded than the way they portrayed.
Because how old's the Superman guy?
Affleck, he's new.
Yeah.
So they're saying he's in his 20s.
He's just starting his job at the Daily
Will they do a time jump when he meets
Planet.
Batman? Or will he meet an older Batman?
Yeah.
He'll meet an older
Batman. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Batman would have been around already.
Oh, interesting. I'm in.
And as long as they don't do Batman versus Superman, it makes more sense for Batman to be deeply concerned about an alien being on planet.
Yeah. Mitch, American Dad, alien on the planet.
Gonna be a couple aliens on planet, right?
Love it. All right. Well, appreciate it, guys. I'll let you guys sign off however you see fit. I usually let the guests sign us off. We'll say doing a comedy sale video, so we're taking it back to Mutiny Information Cafe for a while. Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes there. Okay, first one should be in May.
Nice.
Yeah.
New Mutiny.
Yeah, New Mutiny's great. The basement's come a long way. And I talked to Jim just the other day. I went over their special to catch him. Talk to him about doing it. So
down in Englewood.
Yep, Englewood, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, so exciting news over there. And then Mitch, you can see him at Comedy Works now, maybe hosting or for somebody, huh? Anything in the books yet? Or anything coming up? This will be out tomorrow.
For all of our time travelers, come back to Sunday, April 6th, and see me at Comedy Works with Zach Moss.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Zach Moss and who else?
Steve Vanderplug, Lizzie Wolfson.
Okay. No, but weren't you featuring or no?
I featured for Chris, or I didn't feature. I opened for Chris Estrada. From This Fool.
From This Fool, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Tom Green's.
Tom Green. That was
That's
fun.
what I was talking about.
Oh, you already did that.
Yeah, and at the Aggie Theater last March last month. That was fun.
All right. So you're getting around.
Yeah, I'm
Where can people find you?
At Comic Mitch Jones on Instagram.
All right, Jake, where can people find you?
Chubby Behemoth Podcast on all podcast apps.
And Broadcast Geeks.
And Broadcast Geeks. We've said Broadcast Geeks like a dozen times.
Right, but Chubby Behemoth doesn't need the bump. We need the fucking bump.
Chubby Behemoth literally feeds me.
I guess maybe Matt was going to say Broadcast
Matt, where can people find you?
They could find me on the streets of Colfax. Probably. No, I'm kidding. No, they're just Broadcast Geeks.
All right, yeah. Let's do the Broadcast Geek sign off if you want to. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Excelsior.